Findings from the Corruption Survey report, which was conducted across all 216 districts in the 10 regions, show men are more likely to be corrupt than women. An overwhelming majority, representing 81.5%, said men are more likely to take bribes and are more corrupt, with just 8.7% women being corrupt. Respondents said men's role as breadwinners was a key factor. Many say this damning report is no news, and for that matter, was to be expected. This is because traditionally, men are seen as the heads of their families, and you know what that means. Enormous pressure on them to meet the growing demands of their various families. But is this enough justification for men to be more corrupt?
I don't think having more responsibility is a justification for being corrupt. I think generally women are more responsible when it comes to finances, and then women are more honest. That's why you have more men engaging in corrupt practices than women.
One cannot use responsibility to justify corruption. You know, it is a matter of integrity. They can never have enough, even where they get what they call enough. Because their appetites have been whetted, they will continue, to amass more and more and more and more.
Speaking at the 2017 Dialogue on Corruption, a senior research fellow at the Institute of African Studies, University of Ghana, Dr. Ncce maintained poor remuneration cannot be enough grounds for corruption to thrive.
These are not excuses. They are not excuses for one to get involved with these corrupt practices. Looking at the effects, the devastating effects that these practices have on us.
A senior fellow at the Center for Democratic Development, CDD, Dr. Kwadwo Asante, was concerned punishments meted to corrupt officials are not deterrent.
If you look at maybe the last decade or so, you can talk about a few investigations that have happened, a few people have gone to court, but tell me if you've had one single prosecution of corruption in the last 10 years. I can tell you the number of people who have gone to jail for stealing goats and chickens, and you read the graphic, it's there every single day, right? So this is our reality.
The chairperson of the National Commission for Civic Education, Josephine Nkrumah, was emphatic corruption would hinder the country's drive at achieving the SDGs.
It reflects a deficit that negatively impacts on poverty and human security. It hurts the poor disproportionately. It reduces social services and diverts investments in infrastructure, institutions, and social services.
The National Dialogue on Corruption brought together key stakeholders championing the fight against corruption.